Hello everyone tuning in. Welcome to LiveBlah. I'm your host Jimmy, aka Guardian. I'm 20, I'm from Oregon, and I'm passionate about helping other people. Today we have Poet.
Hey, I'm Poet, 26 from Southern Cal, and I like my space.
Alright, Stefan.
I'm Stefan, I'm 27, I'm from NYC, I'm single, and I'm not ready to mingle.
Nice. Rebecca.
Hey guys, I'm Rebecca. I'm 23 years old, living in New Zealand, and have been married for just over 2 years.
That's awesome. Josh.
Hey, I'm Josh. I'm 19. I'm from the UK, and I'm in a relationship. It's a long-distance relationship.
Alright, now we have Jonathan.
I'm Jonathan. I'm 26 years old. I'm from the United States, and I live in the state of Georgia, and I am married but separated.
We're having a surprise mini podcast this week. Why? No, it's not because it's hump day. That's a Geico commercial reference, by the way. It's because this Friday is Valentine's Day, and we thought we'd have a little discussion about the day and answer a couple Q&As as well. We have we're a pretty diverse group of individuals from different locations, but we also have people who are single, people who are married, people who have a traditional boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, and long distance, and are married but separated as well. So let's talk about Valentine's Day. What do you guys think about Valentine's Day?
I hate it to guts.
Is it something you guys look forward to by any means? Is it one of your favorite holidays of the year or not?
I look forward to it, but then I guess that's just me being a female and being all romantic.
Today is the day in which couples show affection towards each other, through gifts, chocolates, attention, blah, 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 blah. I say that because I myself am single. Oh, and to any ladies interested, call this number. Valentine's Day, I guess, kind of sucks for single people because, well, we're single. And so we don't really have anybody to share that connection with. But, it's actually not that bad because there's a better opportunity, I guess, to find a relationship during this day, perhaps. But then again, it's still just another day.
There is one silver lining. I think there's like a 50% off special on flesh.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. When the day comes about, I can't say Valentine's for some reason. Okay, there it goes. When Valentine's Day comes about each year and I am in a relationship, I usually wish I was single. It's like, shit, now I gotta spend money on this chick?
That's a great guy's perspective, I guess. It's all, I spend money on this girl?
I don't mind spending money on people.
Well, you guys have pounds.
Oh, well, yeah, it's the complete difference. But me just personally, I like getting things for people, to show my affection and, just ask my girlfriend. I shipped a bunch of stuff over to her. It cost a lot of money, but I did it just because it was Christmas and I just wanted to do it. You, man.
There's this post on the Q&A saying Valentine's Day mini mirror, and this person has an awesome idea for it for the people that are single, so I will read it to you. It says, I'm sure some of you feel like crap on this particular day, people rubbing in on your face the chocolates everyone else received. Well, I'm doing this anonymous thing on Valentine's Day and I need help on wording it. At 8:45 a.m., just before school starts, I'm, with the permission of a teacher, I'm going to sticky tape 92 chocolates on all lockers so that no one feels insecure about not receiving a Valentine. Anyway, I had an idea of stapling a giant homemade anonymous Valentine card explaining why I did this, but I needed to word it so it doesn't sound too weird. I also encourage anyone planning on stealing my idea. What would you write?
That's very interesting. I wonder what the symbolism is of the number 92.
What?
92 chocolates on all the lockers. Probably because there's 92 lockers.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I guess.
There's some hidden meaning behind that.
Perhaps.
I don't know, I was thinking sort of like 72 virgins, but then like maybe he made a mistake and put 92.
Okay,
If it was going to be any
sacrificing himself to go to heaven for 72 virgins is not the ideal thing to do on Valentine's Day.
Do it for 92, though.
Oh my
If
gosh.
I was going to pick a certain number, it would be 69. Come on.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me of Jeff Dunham. You know Jeff Dunham?
Oh, yeah.
The comedian? With the
Yeah.
ventriloquist one? He had a joke or whatever with freaking, what was it, Ahmed? Basically going to, like, dying and receiving his virgins or whatever, and then it's pretty funny. You should check that out. But what would if you were in this person's position, what would you write on the card?
It's a tough one.
Because you don't know these people,
Yeah.
Like what would be something that would be general enough to put on the card, but would also make those people feel special in some way?
I think it's really tough to make them feel special because the intention is good, right? But at the same time, you're just reminding them that they don't have a Valentine by doing this.
That kind of depends upon how you word it. if you encourage them in a way to motivate them to find someone, or if you basically said, "Hey, you're single. It's okay."
I know exactly what he should say. He should say, "I wrote this out 92 times, but I only wrote it once for you."
Oh, that's so cute, poet. Oh.
Yeah, that's actually kind of nice.
I'm packing my
Everyone's gonna
suitcase,
feel
poet.
special. Come on, boy. Come on home.
But then people are just gonna share that with each other, and then, oh, we got the same message too. Oh, that's gonna kind of deteriorate the meaning a little bit.
I mean, I guess it's just nice.
Okay,
you know?
Scrooge.
I mean,
He's coming in and stepping on our hopes.
put yourself in the position of someone that doesn't have a Valentine on that day, and they walk up, they're probably miserable because they don't have one, or they don't think they're going to get one, and they get to their locker and they see something, and that's going to brighten their day pretty much immediately.
If you post it on all 92 lockers, like, are all 92 people single? Or are those just specific lockers? Are those just specific people?
Or did he go through and find 92 people who were single?
In that case, he's a stalker.
Perhaps.
Okay, so first of all, it's a she, because the name is Nicola.
Oh, okay.
That's
Sorry, I forgot to mention the name.
Thank you very much. Nikola Tesla would argue with that.
Anyway.
What if the person's name was Nicholas and they forgot the S?
Can I continue, please?
Go ahead.
Continue.
Secondly, she wants to make a giant homemade card. So I don't know if she's literally going to put something on every single locker or whether it's just going to be a massive thing. But I actually personally love the idea and think it's an amazing gesture.
And it's interesting because we don't really know the breakdown of genders in that group of 92 people. Think about it. If it was split halfway down the middle and there were an equal number of single guys and girls, they could just meet each other and test it out.
I just think it's a really cool idea. You know, I wish I thought of it, because that would have got me laid so much.
Oh my gosh.
But no, it's an awesome idea. Yeah.
But the thing is, I messed it up, though. I said that she's going to sticky tape 92 chocolates on the lockers. She's not sticky taping cards. I just realized that.
Oh, so there's going to be a chocolate on each individual locker.
Yeah,
and
it's not chocolate, it's a
card.
And then one giant card.
Oh, okay, I get it.
I mixed. That's my bad.
That totally kills my thing.
Yeah, but I guess we're kind of going at it from a different perspective. I'm doing cards instead. I don't know.
So to Nicola, I would say write whatever you feel like writing, because I'm sure there will be people who will love it and fully appreciate it, and there'll be others who might not appreciate it, but just go for it, because it's an awesome idea.
Alright, so we got another one saying Valentine's Day date ideas. This comes from James. It says, I'm a senior in high school and I have had a crush on this girl since August. We aren't really dating yet. We've been on a few quote-unquote dates, like to the movies and ice skating, and a few of my school's soccer games in the fall. Valentine's Day is on Friday, but she is busy that night, so we are getting together on Saturday instead. What is a good date that isn't too romantic? Well, I would say, for one, you could try going to like the movies again, or something casual, like a dinner date, or just go get a bite to eat or something. Just go do something that's casual. There's kind of an emphasis on romanticism on Valentine's Day, obviously, so she's going to keep that in the back of her mind. That's my advice. So just try to present yourself in a good fashion. You know, dress well. Try to make a good impression, I guess, and maybe that might help you out in your endeavor for a potential relationship. What do you guys think you should do?
I think that sounds awesome. What Jim just said, you know, just keep it casual. Maybe she will be expecting a lot because it's Valentine's Day. Put a little surprise in there or something. Surprise her with something really sweet. Yeah, you should be golden.
Sorry, what I was going to say was maybe just, if you guys are really good friends, maybe do a hobby that you two enjoy doing together, or just something really, really casual, like movies. For me, a movie is always a fantastic date. Actually, my husband and I have movie dates quite often because we kind of can't think what else to do. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with a movie.
I would differ with that a little bit. Depends on what kind of movie. Certain movies, they create that romantic atmosphere. So I would say instead do something more hands-on to sort of keep your hands occupied. Build stuff. Build some Legos. Or
I'm sure that sounds like a really really casual type of date.
Perhaps pottery.
Maybe go
Yeah.
curling or something.
Reenact the
I don't know.
ghost.
Yeah, exactly. Ghost.
Could recreate that romantic scene from the movie Ghost with Demi Moore and
Patrick Swayze.
Oh yeah.
Patrick Swayze. Thank you very much.
Gotta love him, man.
You know
We
what?
love you, Patrick Swayze.
Oh my
I
God.
think, is he alive still?
No.
No, he passed away.
Or I have an interesting idea. How about try cooking together? You know, just like get an easy recipe.
I don't know. They're seniors in high school, right?
I like
They're
that
probably
idea,
lazy.
Stefan.
They're probably lazy. They don't want to do any like really romantic. That's why he's asking. He's like, I don't want to do anything too romantic. You know, I'm in high school. I'm still pretty lazy about this stuff.
So, Poet, going on that, what is too romantic for a guy? Because obviously guys and girls have different opinions on this.
What would you think is too romantic?
From a female's perspective, or
Yeah.
Poet?
There's no such thing as too romantic. That's why I'm saying that he's still pretty much a kid, so he doesn't want to go out of his way. Usually when you become an adult, you're not afraid of the other person feeling intense about you. That's like the goal, is to get them hooked on you, so you do the most romantic thing. But he doesn't want to do that, so just take her to a movie.
It sounds like more he's afraid to do something too romantic, perhaps because they aren't really dating yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I want to ask, what is the most romantic thing people have done?
What do you think that would
No.
be, Jack?
I'm
The
asking.
most romantic thing?
Yeah, what's the most romantic thing you've done?
Well, if you pay attention to Imgur.com around Valentine's Day every year, you see people doing extremely elaborate things, posting from Pinterest and Reddit. You see people reenacting video games for their lovers. You see people crafting their lover's favorite Disney character that has a little door on the back with a card inside. They have to turn on a light. They go all out.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, for me, the most romantic thing I've ever done, I actually had a girlfriend one time who shared my affinity for gummy bears. So we were taking a walk in Central Park, and we actually found a homeless person who we shared some gummy bears with as well.
That is one of
Oh,
the...
that's really cool.
The most romantic thing I have ever done was when I asked out my girlfriend. I play in bands and stuff, and I write most of the lyrics. What I did was I quickly kind of wrote out this 5-minute song. Well, I had been working on it for a while, and I finished it, and I sent her it, just said, hey, can you check this out, see if it's any good? And she said, yeah, sure. And I sent her it, and she said, oh, yeah, it's really good. And I said, is it because it's about you? And, yeah.
Aww.
Jesus Christ.
I think
My
I win.
heart is melting, Josh. That is amazing.
I think I win.
It's because I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm sorry. The most amazing thing that my husband has done for me, apart from when he proposed, obviously, that was a whole nother incredible story in itself. When we were dating, when we started dating, we were living a couple of hours apart. And one night I was texting him and said that I wished I had a giant teddy bear to hug when he wasn't there, or something like that, because it was a bit of a rough night. And then a couple of months later at Christmas, he turns up with this massive giant teddy bear for me, and he had remembered that whole context of the conversation and had driven from where he was living down to my parents' house, which was like 4 hours drive, with this giant teddy bear, which literally goes like past my hips. That's how tall it is. And had the seatbelt on the teddy bear the whole way down, and was taking photos as he was driving.
That is pretty
And I
adorable.
still have that giant teddy bear today.
I give it a 7.
Yeah, I still win.
Yeah, I think you do, Josh.
So there's this guy, right? He found a pretty much an amazing girl. He opened up to her, like saying how he felt and everything seemed fine and dandy and whatnot. But she tells him that she feels awkward hugging and sometimes randomly meeting. She says that she sees him more as a friend. In a sense, he's being friend zoned. He understands that he needs to slow himself down, and they share a class together. They walk together from point A to point B and stuff like that. He got her some gifts, like a puppy. So he's wondering, should I give these gifts on Valentine's Day to her? Why or why not?
That's a bit of a tough question. It's hard because of the way that she's already reacted, so it's hard to know how she'll react again. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I wouldn't give all the gifts to her. Basically, I think just like get her something small and cute, maybe. Send like a card or something, you know.
This is his chance to get over her. He's got a couple gifts. Those are seeds. He can plant those, give them to some other chicks who are totally maybe more appreciative, and he'll be over her in a week.
I'm speaking from personal experience here because I actually made that mistake myself. And that was also how I found out that the girl actually had another boyfriend. So I kind of show up to her party
Oh no.
with the gifts, and I see her hanging out with this other dude. And I was just about to walk up to her and say, "Hey, here's what I brought you." And then just at the last second, I'm like, "Okay, well, let me just hide these somewhere." I don't know. So yeah, it was pretty awkward.
You know what? I'm a hypocrite. I just remembered. It wasn't Valentine's Day, though, but me and a chick broke up, and I had bought a gift for her right before we did, and I still gave it to her. And I feel like since I intended it to be for her in the first place, it's only right that I give it to her. So, I don't know. But I was hoping I got the banger one last time, too, so.
I am guilty of this as well.
Oh my god.
There was a girl I was dating. It was around Christmas time. We broke up, and like we kind of like we were talking about getting back together for a couple months. Yeah, and it came to Christmas, and I got a present, and whole thing just like, yeah, maybe this will swing this in my favor. It didn't. Yeah, I'm guilty of it as well. So it's just a natural.
It's a last
thing.
Hail Mary pass.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the interesting thing is about Valentine's Day. There are some happy stories, there are some sad stories, and it's really the sad stories that make us improve in our relationships. And so it's important to discuss both.
Yeah, I never celebrated Valentine's Day. Like, even in a relationship, it's like, I'm not giving into this artificial BS. Like, what the hell is this? One day a year, everyone's like super in love. Like, it doesn't. I don't know. It's goofy. It sounds like a game. I don't want to play it. And then chicks maybe take it offense too to that, because they're like they'll give an excuse like you don't really love them if you don't give them a gift. Like, take a hike then.
What's interesting is that this guy went through the effort of picking up a small puppy in a card for her.
A fucking puppy?
Puppy.
What?
Yeah, I don't know how long this guy has known her. It says on here that he said after about 2 weeks or so of knowing her, I opened up to her about how I felt, and then the following week she tells me that she feels awkward. So I don't know how long they've known each other, but they've only known each other for a little while. Then it sounds like he's kind of jumping the gun a little bit.
I mean, did she accept the puppy? Because if she did, then this sounds real sketchy.
No. She was wanting. No, sorry. He was wanting to know if he should give these gifts to her for Valentine's Day.
Oh, right. So he hasn't given her a puppy.
No, but he picked up a puppy.
Jeez.
Are we talking about an actual live puppy?
Yes, puppy.
Or just like
It's not a virtual puppy, right?
Small puppy. It says small puppy.
Is it a Tamagotchi?
Well, I think it'd be kind
I'm
of odd to
guessing
get
it's
someone
a
a
real
robotic
puppy.
dog for Valentine's Day.
It's not a chia
I mean,
pet or anything like that. Come on.
Look, I know you really like this girl and stuff, but getting her a puppy? Really, dude? I know I'm sounding a little bit insensitive here, but really? I mean, I know you like this girl and you want to show her how much you care about her, but you can do that in other ways, you know? You can send her flowers, that's pretty, there's websites that do that.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, simplicity. It's always that thing, don't put too much effort in.
He's like, he threw the responsibility of another life on her.
Exactly.
That's one of the things,
insane.
like, when it comes to friend zoning, that's the problem for guys. Like, how do you show a woman that you really want a relationship with her without going overboard? Like, without actually suggesting that. There has to be some way to do that, yet stay casual and not put too much pressure on her, you know what I mean? So that's where creativity comes in.
I've never figured out the answer to that question.
If she feels you come on too strong, she probably didn't like you that much in the first place. Because girls like to pretend like they don't like you that much, but when they really like you, they don't care what you do. They're going to give you a shot. I don't know. This chick, she's already showed that she's not interested. Maybe she'll be interested one day, but right now she just isn't.
But interesting enough, he says in this post, says, in no way does any of it express true love or romance and is not suggestive that I'm trying to ask her into a relationship. My thing is, I do not want to make her feel more awkward and possibly run the risk of her completely disassociating with me. So he's trying to hold on to the friendship or relationship
He's lying.
and hoping.
But you're buying her a puppy.
I know,
Yeah,
I know, and hoping,
Dude.
hold on, and he's hoping that it'll allow him to have bonus points, I guess, and hopefully that'll save the friendship and potentially develop into a relationship.
He's
That's
an
not going to
awful
happen.
liar.
It's not going to happen.
Awful liar.
Okay, this is insane. Like, this
Okay,
present
so
will show true love. It's a freaking puppy.
Our advice to you, man, is don't give her the puppy. Don't give her the puppy. That's going to literally end your relationship. Because if you're afraid of her leaving you completely, don't do that. Because that is just, for one, way too strong. You've already come off strong by telling her how you feel. Because relationships are meant to develop. They're not supposed to be, in a sense, created by asking someone, do you want a relationship with me? You know what I mean? It doesn't happen like that.
This girl has said she doesn't like you. That's fine. There's other fish in the sea, all that generic advice, okay? Just, if you really want to give her something small. Otherwise, just don't give her anything,
Just give her a thank you card for a friendship.
Yeah.
And be honest. Stop with this BS. Like, oh, I'm just trying to hold on to the friendship. You want her. And I bet if you approached her with a bit more confidence about wanting her, she'd probably give you a better shot. But you're coming off like this hesitant, have kind of creepy dude,
Me and my friend back home where I live, we got each other Valentine's Day cards and, we're just best friends. There was nothing between us. We were both in relationships. We still got each other Valentine's Day cards because we were really good friends. And it was cool with the people we were dating and, it was cool. So get her a card.
That's a good point, Josh. You don't have to necessarily be in a relationship to send someone a Valentine's Day card or whatever. I'd also recommend if you like somebody and you want to let them know that, the best way is not to express how you feel verbally. The best way to express that is through action. That is what builds attraction. See, once you express to a woman how you feel too early on, because you said after about 2 weeks of knowing her, I opened up, that's way too early. That needs to be like down the road. You need to play your cards right. And it sucks because it's kind of a game, but that's just how it works sometimes.
You have to be able to communicate a certain level of confidence that even if she does reject you, you can deal with that, because as Josh said before, there are other fish in the sea.
Truth be told, I'm more of an anti-Valentine's Day kind of guy.
Why is that?
Well, as I said before in the chat, I find Valentine's Day basically social anxiety bait. I personally don't suffer from social anxiety. I obviously have no problem expressing my opinions, but it feels like if you don't do it just right, you either overdo it or underdo. You either go too far and you come off creepy, or you don't go far enough. It's like, oh, so you're just gonna throw something at me and make me not feel special. It's all so arbitrary. You can usually just get by with handing someone a card and some chocolate and saying Happy Valentine's Day and give them a hug. Or some people want something really special done for them because this is supposed to be a special day. And there's so much undue pressure on Valentine's Day that it's no wonder the suicide rate goes up before, during, and after a Valentine's Day. Because there's just so much societal pressure there. It's ridiculous. That's why anytime I do find myself participating in Valentine's Day, it's on a very meager level. I'll give someone chocolates. I'll give, if I have a friend who's married, I'll give her and her husband just a cute little Valentine's card and some chocolates. Say Happy Valentine's Day to the happy couple.
That was a nice little solo. That was nice.
Valentine's Day in the UK, it's not as big as it is in America.
Why is that?
What do you
I
guys
don't know.
have over there? What do you guys have?
We have Valentine's Day.
But do you have
They have
anything?
Marriage Day, baby.
We also have a day called Pancake Day.
Really?
What the hell is that?
It's
Shrove Tuesday. I love
Shrove
Pancake
Tuesday.
Day. Oh my
Jesus
goodness.
Christ. But everyone eats pancakes or something?
It's the day before Lent, and you just have pancakes.
Oh my gosh.
It's an awesome holiday.
Are they giving them out in the streets and stuff?
Oh no, it's never that far. You make your own.
That's weak.
and you always like have them on the morning and everything. But yeah, Pancake Day, awesome day.
Why in the hell do we not have Pancake Day in the United States?
Because you're all getting distracted and off the topic of Valentine's Day.
Who doesn't love pancakes, though? Love.
Good
I want to
segue.
get pancakes a goddamn Valentine's Day card. That's what I'm going to do.
We need to have the Pancake Day podcast.
You know what? Where's Betty Crocker? Where does she live?
I am going to completely steal your two holidays and mash them together. Valentine's Pancake Day. And we're going to give each other heart-shaped pancake.
That sounds pretty incredible.
No.
That's totally what...
Alright, so here's another Q&A. The title of it is She Doesn't Love. The question is, the girl I'm really into has never had a boyfriend, and she says she turns a lot of guys down. I have so much in common with her, and I finally got that weird feeling again you get when you really fall for her. I want to ask her out this Friday, which is Valentine's Day. I need help trying to convince her I'm a great guy who she would let her date her. I really want this. She's so awesome.
I'm going to jump in straight away and say don't do it on Valentine's Day. If you care that much about her, do it any other day except Valentine's Day. Seriously. That's
It
all
is
I've got
pretty
to say.
generic. It is a pretty generic thing to do. And this is coming from the guy who wrote his song to ask out his girlfriend.
Doesn't it seem like for people that are single, it would be a great day to do it? I mean, it's Valentine's Day. There's love stigma in the air, you know what I mean? It would be a day to go out and look for a relationship if they don't have one. Otherwise, you're just single and all you can hang out with is your other single friends or other friends that are couples or whatnot.
You get bonus points for creativity if you wait until April Fool's Day.
Oh, that's cool.
I like that idea.
But then you've got a nice kind of get out clause as well, because like, hey, will you go out with me? And then she'll say no, and you're like, April Fools, and then you can get out of it, you know, without embarrassment.
That's clever.
Or you could be like the bad guy, say April Fool's bitch. You honestly think I was going to
That
ask you
sounds-
out? You could really mess with her in that way.
That would just be messed up.
You know, you just walk up, smack something out of her hand, throw a Valentine's card and some chocolates at her, and say, "Look, but you know what? I think I'm going to grace you today. Let's go on a date. Come on, let's go. What are you waiting for? Come on."
Do I have to drag you?
Yeah, do I got to drag you on Valentine's Day? Come on. What are you doing?
Pull out your gun. Get in the car.
Get. Till then, you're at the end of a gun.
We wouldn't recommend you ask her out on Valentine's Day, but, you know, maybe get her a card or something, you know, because friends can send Valentine's cards. I've done it before, so.
Actually, going off your point, Josh, I was spending quite a bit of time on Facebook today, procrastinating as usual, and I saw a really cool Facebook status from a friend about Valentine's Day, and he was saying there's like another 364 days in the year where we're meant to show love and care to people, so why don't we do it the same way on Valentine's Day instead of making it this big, massive, romantic or cheesy or over-the-top kind of thing. So, yeah, don't do it on Valentine's Day.
It almost seems more superficial.
I just want to read this status update from someone called Bunch of Nonsense, which seems like he's definitely my kind of guy. He's saying, I'm all right with being single for Valentine's Day. Wouldn't it just be odd to go from I don't know you to oh wow, I'm dating you, hell yes, in a single day? Or perish the thought, less? Who the does that? I'm going to go about dating the right way, and at nearly 17, I don't think I'm quite ready or confident to do it. I think that's pretty powerful stuff. He recognizes that there's a certain process to building a relationship, and one day isn't going to change anything.
For relationships, you know, you need to be friends first. You need to develop that kind of bond. And then that's one thing I've kind of learned is you really need to be friends first. You know what I mean? You need to have a connection with the person first and learn about them, learn who they are, and see if they're a compatible person for you.
Not necessarily.
Why is that?
Because there's all different types of relationships. Some people literally be in love and it just be this physical thing.
Well, keep in mind, for long-term relationships, you need to have more than just one particular value in a person for it to last. If you base your relationship just upon infatuation, later on down the road, things are going to get difficult in some sort of way.
Yeah, love doesn't put food on the table.
You have to have more than just the idea of loving someone. You need more than just infatuation. You need more than just common interests. There's so many more elements to it. Respect, trust, compatibility.
Well, that's a
Sustains it.
deep relationship. That's that's wanting to build like a loving relationship. Some people actually just like dating, not being too committed to anyone, and they go like a large portion of their life like that because their passion is somewhere else. We're putting the emphasis on Valentine's Day for you loving some significant other. But what about when you revamp it? Maybe it can be love for your passion in general.
Just going off what Paul said, I think that's what's wrong with this holiday is that people go all out and they ask out whoever they want, and they're so caught up in the moment and how amazing what the gesture is that they think that they're in love or something, and then because of that it leads to problems down the road, and sometimes it really messes people up.
Don't you want to have a different, immediate meetup story than, hey, this person asked me on a Valentine's Day. That's how we first met. You want to be something a little more random than that, or something more creative, I guess? I mean, isn't that something women think about, Kat? Like, how someone first meets someone? Like, I met this person on a trip, or I met this person...
Yeah, you don't want to have interchangeable how I met you stories.
Yeah, it is something that females think about a lot.
I was raised by females, okay? Like, I kind of have an idea.
We like to have nice romantic stories to tell.
Yeah,
If my girlfriend wants to do Valentine's Day, then I'll do Valentine's Day. But my girlfriend doesn't, and she lives across the ocean, so it's going to be really hard to. So I get a free pass on it.
Well, good for you.
Good for you. Has anyone ever been in a love triangle situation on Valentine's Day? There's this user on Blah Therapy, Love X Fate, saying that she's in a relationship and she currently has a huge crush on his friend, and her current boyfriend has gotten so insecure that his friend has unfriended both of them on Facebook, and this is really bothering her. She's not sure what to do.
Jeez. We just can't find a good woman anymore.
We're all taken.
We shouldn't even give her advice. She's cold-blooded.
My boyfriend's going through a rough time, but I really like his best friend, and I want to be, but now he's unfriended me, so what do? I'm stuck. I don't know what, here's what you do. You break up with your miserable boyfriend so he can get over you, and then you start dating the other guy. Or you could possibly leave them both alone. That's a logical thing to do.
I think that's the question we got to ask is, are you happy with your current relationship? If you are not, then dump the guy. If you are, then I don't know what you do. Try and work it out with them. Try and figure out why it's not working out so great.
Become a Mormon?
What?
Josh, I think I hear a windstorm behind you. I want to turn your mic down a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
A little more.
I didn't even touch it.
It's not him.
Is it you?
I don't think so, at least.
That isn't me.
I hear a windstorm.
I've noticed it all podcasts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I just looked outside and there's nothing.
I have a question. It's not on the Q&A. It kind of popped into my head. What is a male's opinion on receiving not necessarily flowers, but just like a single rose
I wouldn't mind.
as a gift?
I wouldn't mind from a significant other, yeah.
Hold on, we still got the air thing going. I think that's going to be distracting.
Yeah.
Or we want to take turns muting mics.
So now can you still hear that wind?
No. What was
No.
that?
No, it's good
No.
now.
Okay, so it wasn't me then, because I didn't change the position of my mic at all.
Can you hear anything from mine? Because it's windy here.
Yeah, okay, I think it might be Kathy, actually.
No.
My mic was muted just then, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unmuted
really?
then?
Wait, could it be that our guest from the somehow magically joined us
No.
on a flying car?
Oh my god, that's terrible, dude. That's terrible. You can't go saying that shit.
Dude.
Dip in the hell, dude.
You're going to hell.
I can't. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna edit. I'm just gonna put the entire thing up just to see what people have to go through.
I need another female here. Seriously, this is nuts.
No, we have one female.
Oh my goodness.
You know what, guys?
So
just
what was
forget
your
about
question
this.
again?
Let's just forget. I'm cracking up, man. I'm sorry. Let's just say forget about this. I'm sorry for wasting your guys' time. Good night.
Just end it.
Crying right now. Like, this is so funny.
Oh my god.
Sorry. How are you doing over there, Jonathan?
I'm okay, man.
Jonathan, you're just like super quiet.
I know I am. I think we may have killed him.
Like I said before, I'm pretty much an anti-Valentine's Day kind of guy. You keep saying things like Valentine's Day is so overblown, blown out of proportion, etc., etc. But all of those are just synonyms for arbitrary, which is exactly what it is when it boils down to it. Give gifts today. Show special attention today. Go after that person you really like today. That's kind of the definition of arbitrary.
Stefan, can't you give an example, an economic example from it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it definitely adds money into circulation, into the general economy. There's a multiplier effect. People, they buy products related to Valentine's Day. The producers of those products use the money to spend on other things. It adds to consumerism, basically.
Another one of those butt plug capitalism holidays. You know, something to keep it going and make everyone believe in the system because they get excited when they buy new stuff.
Alright, so what we can conclude about Valentine's Day is that it really has no meaning separate from that in which you decide to give it. You've heard a little bit about our perspective in regards to this holiday, but what are your perspectives? What do you think? Feel free to comment your thoughts in this video or on the website. Until next week, see you then, have a great Valentine's Day and a great weekend as well.